Hello, all my fuzzy little friends out there. Welcome to the Greymuzzle Rants, formerly the My Fuzzy Life series. And yes, there is a reason why we've changed the name of this particular series, but we'll get into that at a later date. Today, we're here to talk about another furry YouTuber by the name of Kero the Wolf. Now, Kero is an adorable little fluff that was, if memory serves, kinda nudged into his fame by a dude named Shane Dawson. He's been making fairly entertaining videos for a fair bit of time now, and bonus, he's a furry that doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, and doesn't do drugs. Holy shit, give this kid a medal, he is a freaking paragon in our community. And no, that wasn't me being sarcastic. Think of how many issues we have as a community with drugs and alcohol, and then think of how hard it's gotta be to absolutely avoid all of it. That's impressive. Now, he's also seen his fair share of sad shit. Mostly in the fact that he has recently lost not only a beloved pet, but his boyfriend as well. That alone you can count as tragic. But now pile on top of that the fact that he's being accused of being a zoophile and an animal abuser, a sadist, a necrophile, and a pedophile. All of these are things that just make normal people go, ugh. Makes your skin crawl just thinking about it, doesn't it? Now, when these accusations started, he was supposedly outed as being a member of a zoo sadist ring, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it is a group of people who have sex with not only living, but dead animals, which is just absolutely fucking disgusting. A person by the name of Pseudonym, apparently, which, by the way, is clever because it's a pseudonym, apparently outed the entire group that he himself was part of, and Kero just so happened to be in the group. But was he really? Now, keep in mind, all of the information that is acting as the undeniable proof of his guilt, almost all of it can be easily faked, and all of it can absolutely be faked. Now, admittedly, some of it would require a little bit more time and effort than most people are willing to believe somebody would put in to screw with somebody, but, folks, we live in a world where people go out of their way to hurt other people for fun. But I digress. Kero was accused, and he got the fuck off of social media, not because he wanted to delete some evidence, but because he wanted to cover his tracks and make sure that the people that were at that point threatening his life couldn't actually find him, because it was honestly just a matter of hours before the poor guy was doxxed. And what happened when he came back to social media, you might ask? Well, he gave the people that were working against him and the people who were accusing him one hell of a wallop by disproving a good chunk of their evidence. In particular, a video that they claimed had his face on it. And how did he do this? Literally by showing off for the camera. Yeah, the adorable fluff literally disproved it by pointing out that the guy in the video had a tattoo above his left nipple and Kero does not. He also sent a bit of a remark stating that it is not necessarily his job to prove his own innocence, but rather their job to undoubtedly prove his own guilt, which, by the way, is how our legal system here in America works, folks. Please learn that. Now, as time goes on, more and more of the so-called evidence is being debunked, more evidence is coming to light that shows that Kero might actually be innocent, and on top of all of this, we have some issues with one of the people who leaked all of this information in the first place. That's right, folks, Mordecai, or Venus as a Bun. Now, personally, I think this person is an egomaniac, is a little bit deranged, and really doesn't care that he just pretty much intentionally fucked with somebody's life. He started this not by calling out every name that was on his so-called proof, but deciding right away to start focusing on Kero instead of anyone else whose name popped up in those logs. And why, might you ask? I have a theory about that. Honestly, I think he's doing it all just for attention. And I know, it makes me a little bit of a monster to say that, but this is a person that got evidence of a crime and instead of taking it to the police, decided to take it to Twitter instead. And I know, he got it from pseudonym. But the fact that he brought it to the public rather than taking it to the police right away is sketchy at best. On top of this, this person has actively tried to avoid people by first privatizing their Twitter account when things got hairy for them, and then temporarily deleting their account when things got hairier, which, by the way, he also claims that he was threatened, his life was put in jeopardy, and they brought his mom into it. But did they? Did anyone actually threaten this guy? I have my doubts, because honestly, what would be more damning to somebody who's trying to defend Kero than being outed for threatening the person who outed Kero, And when Mordecai was asked to give proof that they were threatened, they refused to give anything, decided to, continue with hateful rhetoric, and actually accused not only Kero, but technically every fur out there of crimes that I guarantee you most of us would never commit. Things like raping people at conventions, being racist as hell, and being dog fuckers one and all. And oh, but it gets better too, because I personally sifted through a bunch of his media on Twitter and found out that he has a history of harassing people. He is very proud of this, and it looks like there may actually be some proof that he did shit like this in the past, i.e., calling somebody out for, quote, being a dog fucker. When I found all of this, I made a post on Twitter encouraging people to look into his background, to not believe what he's saying, because he may have lied to literally everyone for the past 3 days. And what does this guy do? He privatizes his Twitter again. This, at very least, is sketchy, and at most, is a smoking fucking gun. This is about the same as somebody turning around and hauling ass to try to get away when somebody asks them, hey man, are you okay? And to top it all off, this guy has been very nonchalantly posting pictures from his vacation while he's doing all of this. That's not something I think you would do if you were worried about people who have threatened you, because this guy has literally sent pictures of the places he is staying. This is the cartoon equivalent of literally painting a bullseye on your ass and telling somebody, go ahead, take your best shot, I can take it. But anyways, the controversy is still young, so is Kero innocent or guilty? Is Mordecai an idiot? Or is he actually doing this specifically to screw with people? I don't know. Is Pseudonym a real person, or was he quite literally a pseudonym? Eventually, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get down to the nitty-gritty of all of this and answer everything, but for now, that's all of my talking points. So before we go, say hi to our patrons. They're the reason I can do shit like this and bring you entertainment whenever I can. If you want to become a patron too to help out our channel, links in the description. And if you want to keep up with this channel, hit subscribe and ring that bell, become part of our notification squad so you can see when we upload and when we go live. But for now, everybody, this is Kitthesoulless signing off.